That's it. I ain't here to make friends with none of y'all. But a lot of these same women get ran through on the job all the time. They get ran through all the time, like a damn doorknob. Everybody gets a turn, except for me. I don't fuck with them. No, I don't smash the females on the job. No, I never did it. No, I never did it. No, I never did it. I almost did, but I changed my mind at the last second. Literally, last second. Literally. If I would have gotten in the car, in her car, we've been going to her house. But I didn't get in the car. Literally, last second I changed my mind. Yeah, so I don't smash the women at the job. Yeah, it's just never, I just never seen it turn into anything positive. It just usually doesn't happen for most people. Brian McKnight, what's up? What's up? I look like Brian. First I went from Wyclef. Now I'm Brian McKnight. Okay. Hey, Brian McKnight, he got a bald head, right? I have hair. I have a lot of hair. Brian McKnight got a bald head, right? If I'm not mistaken. I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't think I look like Brian McKnight, but whatever, I thought he had a bald head. I think I went from Wyclef to Brian McKnight. Okay, all right, cool. I think I look like me, but whatever. That's cool in the game. But all these broads that talk like that lady did, most of them get ran through on the job. Now, they didn't want to let her go. They had to. They had to let her go because she became a liability. They'll let your ass go on these jobs if you become a liability now. You better believe it. On these jobs, if you become a liability, nobody is above letting go if you become a liability. They will let your ass go tomorrow. If the heat is on, they'll be like, hey, we need to talk to you. They will let you go on these jobs. They're not trying to, they don't want no bad press. They don't want none of that. You got to go. It's been real, but hey, you got to go. That's how that talk usually goes. And she was crying. She was crying because she got caught. And they let her go. She didn't think that was going to do anything to her. That's what that was. But you have to understand, at the end of the day, it's really about the relationship you have with the person. Because you can have a relationship. I've never did this, but I've seen this before. You can have a relationship with a stone cold racist white woman, right? But she's still a female at the end of the day. And you still a man at the end of the day. And if you stay around her long enough, if she stays around you long enough, she's going to catch feelings. That's how that goes. even though she might be a stone cold racist, right? She's still gonna catch feelings because you're a man and she's a female. That's how it goes. So at some point, Mother Nature takes over. This is why you have some women the ones that know themselves won't even put themselves in the setting of certain men because they don't trust themselves. Because they know if they're in the company of certain men, shit could go down. Older women, they understand this. Older women understand, hey, I'm not going over there. Y'all go ahead. Because they already know the type of guys that's over there. She knows if she go over there, she's going to lose it. I'm talking psychologically, her body might, she might get all tingly inside and shit. And some shit might go down with one of them guys. So to avoid that, she just won't go. At all. You got to have them trolls, boy. Yeah, I never forgot what my dad said. He said, "You ain't got no trolls, you ain't doing enough." Yeah, but that's usually how it go. That's why I say dating is a psychological game more than anything. The relationship between man and woman is a psychological game. Regardless of what a woman might say yesterday, but can she say that in front of your face? Probably not. Probably not. The only way she can say the same thing in front of your face is if she don't respect you at all. That's the only way. That's the only way. But if she don't have to like you necessarily as a person, but she probably respects you as a man. If that's the case, she's not gonna be able to say none of that shit. She would say in a video or over the telephone. That's how it go. So at the end of the day, if you really look at it like this, whatever you want to do with anybody, 9 times out of 10 it's gonna come down to what type of relationship y'all have. It's just gonna depends on the type of relationship y'all have. I mean, if you really think about it, think about any of your relatives, any of your friends. You know how far you can go with them, and you know how far you can't go with them, as well. You don't have the same relationship with everybody.